If you've been seeing David's Shield online and wondering whether it's actually worth it, I wanted to make this quick review to save you some time, and maybe save you some money too. I went through it myself, and in this video I'll break down. So let's get into it. So first off, David's Shield is basically a survival preparedness guide. It's built around emergency scenarios like long-term blackouts, grid failure, supply shortages, and EMP-type situations. But one thing that makes it different is that it also has a pretty strong faith-based and biblical angle. So this isn't just a normal prepper manual. My first impression? Honestly, I was skeptical. Because the marketing around David's Shield is very dramatic. It's one of those products that makes you feel like the world could fall apart tomorrow. And whenever I see that kind of marketing, I automatically assume the product might be mostly hype. But once I actually started going through it, I realized there were some parts that were genuinely practical. Not groundbreaking, not magical, but definitely more useful than I expected. And that's why I think this product is getting attention. It's beginner-friendly. One thing I liked is that it feels like it was written for normal people, not just hardcore survival experts. A lot of survival content can feel overwhelming. This one is easier to follow, especially if you're just starting to think seriously about emergency preparedness. It gets you thinking the right way. This is probably the biggest value of the guide. It makes you ask practical questions like, what if the power is out for days? What if your phone stops working? What if stores are empty? What if you can't rely on normal systems? And honestly, most people are way less prepared than they think. So even if the guide doesn't give you some secret formula, it does push you into a more prepared mindset. It focuses more on preparedness than panic buying. I also liked that it feels more focused on thinking ahead than just telling you to buy a bunch of expensive gear. That's something I appreciate. Because in a real emergency, your mindset and planning matter just as much as whatever tools you own. It won't be for everyone. And finally, the biblical faith-based angle won't connect with everybody. Some people will really like that part. Others may prefer a more neutral, purely practical survival guide. So that really comes down to personal taste. So, who do I think David's Shield is actually for? I'd say it's best for beginners, families, people concerned about blackouts, and anyone who wants a simple introduction to preparedness without getting overwhelmed. If that sounds like you, then yeah, I can see the value. So overall, is David's Shield worth it? My honest answer is yes, if you buy it with realistic expectations. If you expect it to be some life-changing hidden survival secret, you'll probably be disappointed. But if you want something that helps you think more seriously about preparedness and emergency planning, then I do think it has value. For me, the best way to describe it is this: useful, but over-marketed. And honestly, that's probably the fairest review I can give. So if you've been on the fence about David's Shield, hopefully this video helped you make a smarter decision. If you want to check it out for yourself, I'll leave the link down below in the description and comments section. And if you've already gone through it, let me know in the comments. I'd actually be curious to hear whether you felt the same way or not. If this review helped, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.